Hello and welcome to Frank's School. We're watching Taming the Shrew, or I hope you are, studying it, enjoying it, I hope. In the part that's coming today, Kate is going to be tested. I had said in the speeches that I had said yesterday, well no wait, there weren't any speeches yesterday, but I did say that I would pause when Kate says, "'Tis 7." And actually, I'd usually stop. I think I'd usually stop the video at that point for the next day, and I'd ask the students, "What just happened?" And you know, sometimes they'll say, "Well, she just agreed with him. It's 2 in the morning. It's not 7." And yet, what I'm looking for, or what I was with the students, was that Kate seems to have become tame. She seems to have become tame. Well, anyway, and that's why Petruchio looks at her and thinks a little bit like, maybe now. But now, in what you're going to see, she's going to be tested. Is she really tame? I mean, he's not just going to believe it on the face of it. And this is kind of fun. As a matter of fact, for those of you who women, for example, who would have reason to hate this movie, maybe at this point you can begin to appreciate that Kate is very smart and clever. You can begin to appreciate that, maybe. I don't know, you know. Anyway, of the quotes in what you saw yesterday, those I do have a couple. Which character said, "Tailor and haberdasher await thy pleasure to deck thy body with their ruffling treasure." That of course is Petruchio. And "My tongue will tell the anger of my heart, or else my heart, concealing it, will break." Kate says that, and I will ask my students, or would ask my students, what does she mean by that? I think of, you know, I know quite a bit about Shakespeare's plays. I mean, I know his plays quite well. And elsewhere in one of his plays, he has one of his female characters say, "I am a woman, and when I think, I must speak." I think it might be in As You Like It, I'm not sure. I might not have that quite right, but Shakespeare seemed to have that idea that a woman had to speak. Well, okay, in what you're going to see today, again, I can be quite short, but the subplot is there. I didn't used to do very much with it in school, and it's there, and I haven't done much with it in this class, but the subplot involves Bianca, and what's going on back there in Padua, and her wooing, and Lucentio successfully convinces her to marry him. I guess, well, you'd figure that out anyway. But anyway, this subplot involves a pedant. They had to have somebody to pretend to be the father of Lucentio. He wasn't going to be able to marry Bianca if he didn't have a father. And also, they've switched roles now. Cambio, that's actually a play on words in a way. Cambiar in Portuguese means to change. Cambio means I change. So it's actually Trainio is his real name, but he's switched his name to Cambio. Or it's very confusing. But anyway, what causes additional trouble is Vincencio shows up. Now Vincencio is Lucentio's father. That's the real father. And he shows up, and here the pedant. A pedant is a traveling teacher, or beggar. And he's pretending to be the father, and Vincencio is furious, and they're going to arrest him and all that. In the play itself, there's more done with this than in the movie. In the movie, I think Zeffirelli also treats the subplot quite quickly. He concentrates on Petruchio and Kate, which is fine. Well, I don't think that there's more for me to tell you. But I would like you one more time to stop, and that's to stop when Kate says, Petruchio wants a kiss. And she says, what, in the midst of the street? And that little conversation, and when Petruchio gets his kiss, that's where I'd like you to pause, because that leaves it for the entire conclusion in the next day's viewing. And that is really quite a scene. That is worth it. You know, I even for those who find it objectionable, that final scene is really good. And I'll probably take a look on YouTube to see if there's some way that you could see some or all of it. Those of you that don't actually go out and buy the movie, but I still say, start a collection of Shakespearean plays done as good movies. I've recommended a lot, and there are a lot of good ones. It's worth it. It doesn't cost that much. All right, I guess that takes care of it for today. See you next time.